I've been writing some stuff down, okay?
And you haven't been writing it up?
Writing it down on the paper. It's on a notepad, there's loads of stuff that I like.
Are you using that NLP again?
No.
That's okay then.
Right, just a few words that I've sort of plucked out the air.
Just before you go, you do know they use NLP here, don't you?
Oh.
We saw that the other day.
Frack me. We're at this fracking place today. Have you seen behind? Nobody about. Parked in the car park. Nobody about. It's been football match on. Nobody parks in here. There's nobody on the gate. But if we get stopped, we were going to say, well, it's public land, isn't it? They never moved us on when I had the tripod with the fracking protest. It was brilliant. But he kept saying, who's that man dressed in black? Who's that guy dressed in black? I don't know. Surprised we got away with that. Anyway, we want to talk about some words today. Religion is the first one. It's from Roman, Latin. Sexual ritual cult, or culture. And cull is to kill, and culture is to kill nature. Okay? So it's killing nature, and it's not Ra. It's Re. It's taking away the mother, and we spoke about this yesterday. Yes, who pronotes cynicism? Well, Re does and not Ra. Okay, slave, to control another, forced to obey. That's what your council's all on about, and the government, because if you don't do what they say, you get imprisoned.
We saw a slave ship earlier, didn't we?
We did, yeah. Bus. Master is a magister. Now that's an interesting word. Right, obey. Submit. Obey means submit to the authority, carry out a command or request, to hear or behave. So then you have to obey the signs, it says normally. And signs are sins. So it all goes back to Re.
Yes, good. And the reason that signs are sins is because there's a silent G. Take that away and you've got sin.
Yeah. Do the government ever say that you should do this? You know, they say you must or may. That means you may or may not, and we've gone over this before. But again, I've looked up the word should, and it says probable. A polite request for hope.
Oh, a request. So you can say no then.
Yeah. Must, it says should be obliged to do something. Obliged.
Yes, but the way they use legalese, must also means may. And so you can also may not.
So when they say you may fill out parts A and C on the back of the ticket, right, may actually means possibly, and it means a wish or a hope. So they're wishing you, they're putting a spell on you to wish or hope that you will actually do this. See what other words I've written down here. Okay. Oh, man, I looked up the word man. It says a ship. A specific male ship.
Now, you know, if you do something wrong, where do you end up?
In the dock?
In the dock, yeah, which of course is where you would also dock a ship. And as you said, the man is another name for ship. And then where do they go if they get found guilty by those people that think they're better than anyone else?
Go to prison. Well, they're supposed to go to jail if you do wrong. And a jail, well, the word jail, it says a building where somebody has done some wrong goes to be incarcerated. But they're all called prisons now.
Where does that come from?
The word prison, it says for slaves on board a ship.
Oh, so we're back to ships again?
Yeah, we can look it up. So then we come to the word woman, right? And a woman is a vessel, a specific female vessel.
You know, if I didn't know better, I'd say there was some sort of maritime stuff going off here.
Admiralty law, anyone? Okay, I think I've got one last bit on here. Oh yes, education. What do you think education means?
To dumb down the masses.
No, it's schooling, isn't it? We've gone over this before. So education, well, I've looked up the word and it says social instruction to lead out a trained animal. Lead out a trained animal. That's what education means. Do you really want to get your kids educated, or can you educate them yourself?
And I'm surprised it didn't say to lead out a trained monster, because as we all know.
Then that, if you look up the word monster, you'll find human next to it. Okay. Right. Okay, we've got shadow here, because you know often in the government you get the shadow chancellor and the shadow home secretary.
Yeah.
Right, a shadow. Right, shadow means an anti-reflection of darkness that has to follow their blocking of the light.
You couldn't make this up, could you?
Yeah, you could. Right, so and then you get in the government, you get secretaries. Right, secret is not known. Right, a mystery, set apart and confidential. Confidential.
So the Secretary of State.
Yes, and state means of mind control. So a Secretary of State is a confidential, not known mystery set apart from your mind.
These are taking the piss, aren't they?
We're going to look up some more words, but fantastic, the use of language. And if anybody wants to go to an NLP course, there's one in Nottingham. There's only 3 places left. And do you know how much it costs?
Oh, it should be cheap, about 100 quid.
4 days course for a master diploma in neurolinguistic programming. £889. Sorry, £989.
Perhaps someone out there should put an FOI into their council and ask how much they've spent on NLP courses. That would be interesting.
So the use of the language by our servants is actually enslaving us, enslaving our minds. Do you understand that? You don't have to understand it, but it makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, thank you everybody for listening. We love you very, very much. We really, really do. Because if we were to hate any of you, then we'd be hating ourselves, wouldn't we? Word weaving part 2. I'm just going to just look through the book and I've found out some more words.
You're taking that from the words we did earlier?
Yes.
Alright, so that'll be part 1 then.
That'll be part 1. The other one's part 1, this is part 2. We're talking about words and words that we've looked up. So we're going to talk about people, create, resident, citizen, person and occupier, and legal.
Oh, I think I know what they mean.
What do you think a person is then? You think you're a person, I'm a person, wouldn't you?
Well, I'm not a person, but I guess I am.
We know that. But normally most people think that they're a person, a man or a woman.
Yeah.
Well, a person is an actor or a character in a game.
Or play.
Or play.
As Shakespeare said, the whole world is a stage. Was he trying to tell us something?
So, you know when you look up the word people, we have mentioned this before, it goes back to Neymar from Zero Dynasty, ancient Egyptian. And he was the chap that gave him permission to cause ill will, harm or loss and just murder everything, every living thing. But when you look at people and look up the word, it says en-aimer, origin unknown, one's employees or supporters. So when you get ambitious for the people of your city or your town, it doesn't say ambitious for the residential citizens. So we look up the word...
men or women.
Or men or women. Ships, vessels. So we'd think, if you're not a person, if you're not an actor, I'm an actor in a game, in this virtual reality game. I know that for sure.
As I say, as I've been saying on Get Out of Debt Free for a long, long time, it's a game. You've just got to learn how to play it better.
We thought we were residential citizens. A resident is an actor. Remember, an actor is a person. An actor who lives somewhere on a long-term basis. And a citizen is an ordinary actor living in a city. So, if you live in a city, you're a residential citizen, right? Call yourself what you like. But when you get the sign that says ambitious for the people of whatever city, right? It's basically the people or one's employees or supporters. And who do we employ? Our servants, don't we? So they're proud for themselves and ambitious.
Of course, proud means above.
Yes, stand proud above.
So when it says proud of Nottingham, it means they're above.
They are up here and you are down there, because you're just humans, you're monsters. And an occupier is an actor who has taken place by conquest as a form of protest without authority. You know when you get the TV licence thing and it says to the legal occupier? Yeah. So an occupier is an actor who has taken a place by conquest as a form of protest without authority. There's nobody in my house like that. So I don't know why I keep getting letters to the legal occupier or illegal occupier, because there aren't either.
Because they want you to reply to it, and therefore you have admitted that you are. So, no contract, return to sender. Or just return to sender.
Return to sender, address unknown, no such number, no such domicile.